All right, everyone. Let's talk about where I was before this whole squat challenge thing took over my life. Before I started this 100-day squat challenge, I was really searching for something to give my fitness routine some structure. My fitness was all over the place. It was a real roller coaster. I've always loved being active. Hate those high-intensity blasts, running, especially when the weather is good, playing with the kids. That's always a workout in itself. But I struggled with consistency. That was the real killer. Some weeks I was smashing workouts, feeling like I could conquer the world. Other weeks life just got in the way, and exercise was the first thing to get cut. My energy and motivation were unpredictable, totally unreliable, and my confidence depended on my last workout. If I missed a few days, I'd feel like I was starting all over again. I wanted to feel strong and full of energy every day, to have that consistent feeling of well-being, not just sometimes. It was about creating a new normal. I needed a simple, non-negotiable task, something I could commit to even on my busiest days, to anchor my day and build real consistency. I wanted something that would become second nature. I missed that buzz of being truly committed, that feeling of dedication and focus, and seeing results. I wanted to see tangible progress, not just in my body, but in my overall well-being. I was tired of the stop-start cycle, the constant feeling of getting back on the wagon, and wanted a habit as natural as brushing my teeth. Something automatic, something I didn't even have to think about. So I set out to prove to myself, to really test my willpower. I could stick with a goal, no matter how small. It was about building that muscle of commitment. I didn't want a complicated challenge. No fancy equipment or elaborate routines, just something simple, powerful, and effective. Something that would give me the most bang for my buck. That's when I landed on squats, the most basic yet effective exercise I could think of. An exercise I could do anywhere, anytime. No gym required, no excuses. Little did I know, as I embarked on this seemingly simple journey, the humble squat would become my best mate, my constant companion, and toughest teacher for the next 100 days. It was going to test me in ways I never imagined. This was the starting line of a journey, a commitment to myself that would change more than just my legs. It was about a full body, mind, and spirit transformation. I was ready to break the cycle of inconsistency, to finally ditch those bad habits, and finally build the foundation I'd been craving. A solid base for a healthier, happier me. It wasn't about aesthetics. I wasn't chasing a six-pack or a certain dress size. It was about feeling fantastic from the inside out. It was about cultivating a sense of inner strength and vitality. I wanted to be in sync with my body, to feel that connection between my mind and my physical self, with high energy and a lifted mood. I wanted to feel good, plain and simple. I needed a challenge that would push me, that would force me to step outside my comfort zone, but also fit into my busy life. It had to be sustainable, something I could realistically maintain. The squat was about to do all that and more. It was the perfect storm of simplicity and effectiveness. Here's how it all began. The first step of a 100-day journey. So why squats? Of all the exercises, why pick this one? Squats are a powerhouse move, working your quads, hamstrings, glutes, and core all at once. I wanted an exercise that gave me the most bang for my buck, with no need for fancy equipment or a gym. You can do squats anywhere. Kitchen, living room, hotel room, no excuses. Simplicity was key. I wanted to remove every barrier to consistency. Building leg and core strength is the foundation for everything. Lifting, running, playing with the kids. I knew if I could strengthen my base, everything else would improve. It was about practical, functional strength, not just looks. And honestly, I love a challenge. Committing to one exercise for 100 days was as much a mental test as a physical one. Setting a clear, defined goal gave me purpose. It wasn't, I'll try to be more consistent. It was, I will do squats every day for 100 days. That clarity was powerful. A promise to myself I was determined to keep. The squat was the perfect fit. Let's get into the nitty-gritty, the real, raw details of what this challenge entailed. The first 2 weeks were brutal, an absolute baptism by fire, a true test of will. Day 1 was easy. almost deceptively so. But by day 2, my legs felt like lead. Each movement was a monumental effort. The dreaded DOMs hit hard, with a vengeance, and every step reminded me of yesterday's squats. A constant, throbbing reminder. The first week was a cycle of pain and perseverance, a constant battle against my own body. My body was not happy, to put it mildly. It was screaming in protest. There were moments I questioned why I was doing this, if it was all worth the agony. But I'd made a commitment, a promise to myself that I intended to keep. I told myself, just get through today's reps. One day at a time, one squat at a time. By the end of week 1, the pain started to fade, ever so slightly. Replaced by tiny improvements, glimmers of hope amidst the soreness. I could squat lower, hold the position longer, a testament to my body's adaptability. Small wins that felt huge, monumental even, considering where I'd started. My muscles were adapting, slowly but surely rebuilding themselves stronger. And my mindset was shifting, transforming from dread to determination. By week 2, it wasn't, will I do my squats? The question had changed. But when will I do them? I was actually anticipating the workout. I started looking forward to the sense of accomplishment after each set. The feeling of pushing my limits. The physical pain was still there, a constant companion. But the mental reward was growing, overshadowing the discomfort with a sense of pride. I was laying a foundation, a base for future fitness endeavors. Not just in my muscles, but in my habits, creating a sustainable routine. The hardest part was behind me. The initial shock to the system had subsided. And I was starting to believe I could really do this, that I could actually complete the challenge. Each day the challenge felt a little less daunting, a little more manageable. I was building resilience, one squat at a time, strengthening both body and mind. The routine was forming, solidifying into a consistent part of my day. And I was finally gaining momentum, feeling the positive effects of my efforts. The journey was just getting started, and the possibilities felt endless. And I was ready for more, eager to see what I could achieve. After those tough first weeks, something clicked around the 1-month mark. Squats stopped feeling like a chore and became a non-negotiable part of my day. My body adapted. The soreness faded, replaced by strength and readiness. I didn't need a pep talk anymore. I just found a 5-minute window and got them done. I started mixing things up, narrow squats, sumo squats, even daddy squats with the kids. The daily grind became a daily ritual, a moment just for me to switch off and connect with my body. It was like active meditation, grounding me in the chaos of life. By day 75, I was on autopilot, enjoying the feeling of strength and consistency. My other workouts improved. Runs felt stronger, HIIT sessions more powerful. The daily squats were my secret weapon, quietly elevating my fitness game. I was well and truly in the groove. Now for the bit you're probably most curious about, the physical changes. After a month, my legs had more definition, firmer, more toned, and powerful. But the real difference was how they felt. Solid, capable, and resilient. Everyday activities became easier, and my functional strength soared. My core strength improved massively too. Squats demand a strong core for good form. I noticed it in planks and ab exercises. Better form, longer holds. A strong core improved my posture and helped prevent back pain. And let's talk energy, daily squats actually boosted my energy instead of draining it. Doing them in the morning woke me up better than coffee. If I hit an afternoon slump, a quick set of squats reset my body and mind. My energy became more stable and consistent. One of my original goals. The benefits went far beyond just stronger legs. This challenge was as much mental as physical. The biggest change was in my discipline and resilience. There were days I didn't want to do my squats, but I pushed through. Overriding that I can't be bothered voice built real mental toughness. Starting the day with a small win set a positive tone. On stressful days, squats were a pause button, burning off frustration and anxiety. Confidence grew with every day I stuck to my commitment. That self-belief spilled over into work, family, and new challenges. It wasn't arrogance, just a quiet assurance that I could rely on myself. I learned patience and the power of small, consistent actions. True change is built day by day, not overnight. Now I approach all my goals with more patience and consistency. The mental shift was just as powerful as the physical one. A 100-day challenge isn't all smooth sailing. Around day 40, my knee felt twingy. I listened to my body, focused on form, and the pain faded. Boredom hit around the 2-month mark, so I got creative squatting in new places, making it a game. For every hurdle, there was a surprise. The best? My family joined in. Kids doing wobbly squats, Rosie cheering me on. It turned a solo challenge into a fun family activity. Seeing my kids embrace movement was a heartwarming bonus. Another surprise, my sleep improved. Falling asleep faster, waking up refreshed. The daily routine and reduced stress made a huge difference. Better sleep boosted my energy, mood, and recovery. The unexpected perks made the journey even more rewarding. Squats changed more than just my body. Motivation isn't always there, so I needed tricks to keep going. My top tool, a wall calendar in the kitchen. Each day I'd mark a big red X after my squats. Watching the chain grow was incredibly motivating. I didn't want to break it. I piggybacked the habit onto my morning coffee. No squats, no coffee. That routine made it automatic. Sharing my journey on social media created accountability. People were following along, so I had to keep going. Telling someone or teaming up with a friend makes quitting harder. Most importantly, I focused on the feeling after squats. The energy, the pride, the buzz. Don't focus on the 5 minutes of effort. Focus on the hours of positive feelings that follow. When you associate the activity with a great feeling, you start to crave it. That's how you turn motivation into a sustainable habit. These tricks kept me on track for 100 days. Reaching day 100 was an absolutely incredible milestone, a testament to dedication and perseverance. I finished that final set with a huge smile plastered across my face, bursting with pride from completing the journey. It was a moment of pure joy and accomplishment. The physical changes were definitely great to see, a tangible reward for all the hard work. But honestly, the real and most profound transformation happened on the inside. It was a mental and emotional shift. Even after the official 100-day challenge ended, I didn't even consider stopping squatting. It had become far too positive and beneficial a habit to simply let go of. Now, I still make it a point to squat most days, integrating it seamlessly into my routine. And the powerful lesson I learned about the importance of consistency now guides my entire approach to fitness and well-being. You absolutely don't need to spend hours and hours in the gym each day. It's the small, consistent daily actions that, over time, add up to create massive and lasting change. My best piece of advice is simple. Just start today. Don't wait around for the elusive perfect time, because it likely won't ever arrive. Instead, pick a simple, easily achievable goal that resonates with you and then fully commit to it. I'll be honest, the first 2 weeks are often the absolute hardest part of any new routine. But you have to push through that initial discomfort, diligently track your progress along the way, and find someone, a friend or family member, who will help keep you accountable and motivated. And remember, if you happen to miss a day, don't let that derail your entire effort. Just dust yourself off and get right back on track as soon as possible. Ultimately, it's about consistent progress and improvement, not striving for some unattainable ideal of perfection. This 100-day squat challenge completely rebuilt my sense of consistency, significantly boosted my overall strength and fitness levels, and, perhaps most importantly, it gave me a newfound sense of confidence in my abilities. It served as a powerful reminder that we are all capable of achieving far more than we often believe we can. So if you're currently feeling stuck in a rut, I highly encourage you to try a simple, manageable challenge, because it just might surprise you and change your life in ways you never thought possible. Remember, sometimes it's the smallest and most seemingly insignificant habits that ultimately make the biggest difference in the long run. So go on, take that first step. You've absolutely got this.